Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from my haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really disgustingly cute dogs. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. It is Friday morning, Thursday night, so that means that we should just get the weekend on early. If you guys want to buy a reading, it's buy one get one free Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and I'll just consider it Friday night since it's pretty much Friday where I'm at. And probably it's also Friday in many other places. It is Friday, right? So yeah, anything that you might need to know is in the pinned comment. Check out my music. It's in the pinned comment. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat. Everything you need to know is in the description or the pinned comment. 5+ subscribers. I'll open the chat to free Yes No Tarot. So share the live with your friends, your family, your other YouTube neighbors. 5+ subscribers, and I'll open the chat to free yes no questions. 10+ likes, I'll open up the Spiritbox to a free Q&A Ghost Spiritbox session. Let me just put a few things in chat, and then we'll get to see if Spirit has a free collective message for us tonight. I'm just here chilling out with you guys, you and my allergies. It's just us. Hey Tiffany, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see your red hair. YouTube refreshed and deleted your message. Yeah, YouTube is haunted. I know that it's YouTube testing certain analytics out about how humans behave, but I also think there is a bit of a slightly paranormal situation going on as well. I really haven't, so I've met people who've had this experience before, but they always say they never experienced it more than anybody else's chat but mine. My chat gets really weird. Comments, you might leave a comment and it didn't say anything about the hidden word list or anything, and sometimes you can't post it. Sometimes I might see it, I might not. Same with the chat. Hey, welcome to the Chammy, everybody. So it's almost 1 a.m. in Michigan, so yeah, it's Friday morning night here, okay? Right on. Welcome back, Michigan. Yes, the ghosts are deleting messages. It's incredible what they can do. I mean, there have been times when Tiffany and I were sitting here and we're trying to get, a message across to us about loved ones, whether it was her loved ones or mine. My friend Travis, he was taken hostage by Putin in Russia in 2023. I spent a very long time looking for Travis after I got a message. He called me at 4:30 in the morning, by the way. 4:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time, which he would not do. That would not be likely for Travis to call me at 4:30 in the morning while he's in Russia, and he knows I would be sleeping because I'd be getting off work trying to go to sleep. I would, not disrespect me or my dad like that. So I thought instantly, something must be wrong. And I felt so bad for not answering the phone, but I could not answer the phone because I was in the shower, and I'm not going to answer the phone to anybody when I'm in the shower. The only reason I bring the phone into the bathroom when I'm taking a shower is in case I have an emergency and I need to call somebody. But at the end of the day, when the Spiritbox kept saying Travis's name over and over and over again in 2024, I think this was May 2024, or was it May 2025? I don't know. All the days are blending in together, and it's all going by so fast. I don't even know what year it is. But it kept saying Travis's name. I was like, I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna say anything about it. The next day, I hear his name on World News. I'm like, oh, it's a different Travis. It's got to be a different Travis. Then I heard it clear as the day the next night, and Tiffany was back in the chat with me. I was like, Tiff, maybe I need to look this up. And I just could not believe it. Other weird things that the Spirit Box has done is it'll spell something that's on my t-shirt. For instance, I don't know if you're familiar with the channel XPLR, Sam and Colby, but I was wearing one of their hoodies one night, and literally, like, the Spirit Box said XPLR. Now, at the same time, it had said the name Addison, which is a friend of mine who used to frequent the chat a lot, and Addison would have lucid dreams, and there was a time when Addison came through the Spirit Box in one of her lucid dreams, so we learned that you, as a human being, can telepathically come through somehow the Spirit Box. We don't know, this has happened with several people on the channel, not just Addison. But the Spirit Box had said XPLR on the t-shirt, had spelled it out loud and clear. We weren't even talking about them or anything like that, and had not been talking about them. And I had not been watching the channel at all or anything. So I was like, okay, some spirits can spell, okay, all right. But it's what the whole Addison name and the whole Addison thing coming through at the same time. And then the Spirit Box said the word cancer. So I thought, well, okay, Addison's specific person, their astrological sign is a Cancer, so maybe she's dreaming about him or telepathically coming through somehow. Or so basically the next day she was like, yeah, I had this horrible nightmare about me and my boyfriend last night and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, really, that's crazy. All right, so, you know, she doesn't know if it was a dream, a lucid dream, it really happened. And then I played back the part of the live where the Spirit Box said her name. And then a few months passed, and Colby from XPLR was diagnosed with cancer. So I don't know if the Spirit Box was trying to tell us something. This is actually probably like 6 months before he even told anybody. Maybe even longer. This is like July 2023. It was like the summer of 2023. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the summer of 2022? Yeah, it was. Okay, so yeah, it was just very, okay, so Colby got cancer at the end of 2022, at the same time my dad did. And then didn't tell anybody for like 6 months later. 6 months to a year later, I think. Some crazy shit like that. But anyways, the spirits can spell, they're telepathic, some of them can see, some of them can hear, some of them don't answer at all when I ask that question. Sometimes I like to ask the Spirit Box that question, Kenna, because I like to know. I want to know like what they're capable of, but sometimes they won't tell you what they're capable of. Sometimes they can be sneaky until they, unique up on you, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, that's unique. It's different. Was that even a hyper-natural energy, like who, what, and what we are on the inside, just considered hyper-natural, not supernatural, say like angels and demons and werewolves and vampires, fairies, and stuff like that. So you mean you couldn't do Estes, and the fact that you couldn't be my A, protector, B, questioner, or you couldn't do the part that I do where I blindfold myself and put the headphones on and listen in and say the EVPs while you do the questions? What side of it, Tiffany, would be difficult for you? Because you were pretty good when you did when you asked the questions, and that was a very good Estes method we did. I would love it if somebody wants to do an Estes method right now. So if anybody wants to do one, let me know. I couldn't be any of it. Yeah, we did an Estes method before. I'm so glad you came by, Kenna. We appreciate having you here. Okay. Okay, so Essie's method is when one of my most trusted and strongest friends will call me on the phone, and they will ask questions that I will not know. Okay, I won't know the topic. I won't know what y'all are talking about. People in the chat are allowed to ask questions as well. And that person who calls me on the phone will read out the questions. Sometimes the questions might get answered though, even if somebody doesn't say them out loud. So basically, the questionnaire, the person asking the questions, calls me on the phone. They might have questions, they might not, but I won't know the questions. My part is I blindfold myself and attach myself to the headphones, or attach the headphones to myself actually. And I just put the Spiritbox on the headphones and I repeat whatever I hear. Every time I hear a word that I can clearly understand, or a number or a phrase, I will repeat it when I am here with you guys during the Essie's method. So I can't hear, I can't see, I don't know what the questions are. It's actually a sensory deprivation method of ghost hunting. We'll also have the RemPod on at the same time, so if the RemPod will go off and react, it may also react to the questions or my answers or you guys in the chat. It's so much fun. I love it. You're funny, ugly. But looks aren't everything. I'm sure you're beautiful too, Lexi. Hey, Sugar Bear, what you doing, honey? Hey, Anu Moon. I love that username. That's so cute. Oh, thanks. I'm sure you're cute too. So yeah, I would love to do an Essie's I would love to do an Essie's method. If someone has the tits or balls and wants to call me and hunt some ghosts over the phone, let me know. Sugar, I've been thinking about you, and I was like, I hope she doesn't think I have forgotten her because I haven't texted her yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Now here you are. I've been saying to myself, she'll be okay with it. She'll be okay with it. She knows I love her. You're devouring a pastry. I'm living vicariously through you now. I am devouring it spiritually with you. What kind of pastry? I was a really bad girl when I went to Starbucks today, pardon my French. And I was just gonna get, like, you know, my favorite chai tea latte, extra hot whip on top with an extra pump of chai. But then I saw this icy chai drink, lavender chai drink, and I had to try it because I haven't, like, been to Starbucks in years. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Starbucks. It'll be interesting. After multiple amounts of years of being, you know, multiple upon multiple years of being a vegan, now I'm a recovering vegan, so I'm trying whatever I can that might make me want to eat, because it's been quite interesting becoming a recovering vegan, because you know, food can be still quite disgusting. And I'm still picky. I still don't like my food touching. You has no balls, Tiffany? Yes, you do. You wear them on your chest, darling. Oh my god. I love croissants. You know what my favorite breakfast is? And I hate to tell facts about myself, but I will tonight. I love nothing more than waking up to a cup of hot chocolate and a warm croissant There's just something about the Marie Antoinette breakfast that is so, I don't know, cozy to me, and I don't know, I really, that's like my favorite breakfast, as lame as that is, as plain as that sounds. But yeah, a croissant is just so good. I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous. I don't get jealous of nothing. So yeah, if anybody ever wants to do an Estes method, if you are not afraid, well, here's what I tell people. Don't be afraid unless I'm afraid. Because I'm not afraid of anything. Except maybe a cockroach sometimes. You can't eat bread. So are you saying that like you have that problem where you're allergic to like gluten? I can't remember if there's an actual medical word for it. Is there an actual medical word for it? What just howled? My spirit animal. Let's put some music on. Oh, sweetheart. I was just thinking about a friend I had that had a gluten sensitivity. I met her through Cherry Tree Records years ago, and she went almost insane trying to, you know, not only recover from it, and detox from it, but also find food that didn't make her sick. I eat very little bread, but when I eat bread, I make sure I'm eating good bread. I think my dad wants to teach me how to make bread like the way my grandmother made bread on the Greek island of Cyprus. So that will be interesting, because I don't know how exactly we're going to do this, but it'll be interesting to learn, though. God, I love everything bagels. Not so much just plain bread, but I like a good pastry, though. Hey, Tex. How are you, dear? So, what should we listen to tonight? Should we listen to jazz? Should we listen to funk? Should we listen to Mozart? Should we listen to nothing? Should we listen to each other? Hey James, welcome to the haunted house. Hey Texas, how have you been? I saw you go live the other night, and I was like, oh damn, I wish I wasn't in a phone call with a whiny baby man. I was like, fuck. Every time you go live, I'm like on the Greek Call Counseling Center, and I'm like, the other night, this jerk called me and he's like, when do you see me ever having sex again? Can you believe it? I was like, that's it. I'm never leaving my call center on after midnight again. I think you were on the live when that happened actually this past weekend. It was so embarrassing. I'm so glad you feel better. You've been like sick all year. You have been so sick all year. So we'll do a little bit of classical, we'll do a little bit of Mozart, we'll do a little bit of Chet Baker. Yeah, those are my celebrity crushes. Who are your celebrity crushes? We're allowed to have dead celebrity crushes, right? Ghost celebrity crushes. That's what we'll call those guys. Yeah. Ghost celebrity crushes. Friday I went live and drank too much. So you got shattered on your live on YouTube. Yeah, that sounds so much fun. Wish I'd have been there, but I was in some grid counseling call with a woman also who just can't let go of a man. Some of the things these people say to me, I'm just like, I understand, and I don't. Let me turn this down just a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see if what YouTube tells me about the Mozart that I'm playing, because I asked for Mozart free use. Because sadly, 300-year-old music is copywritten depending on what orchestra is playing the piece of music and where it was recorded. Jim Carrey alive and Gene Wilder, who is still alive in my childhood. Man, I don't know. I got after I logged out the other night, I put the Spiritbox back on and I kept trying to talk to the spirits about Nancy Guthrie. And I think I spent too much time on it, honestly, Texas, because I woke up feeling hungover myself. But like I'd only had like, you know, one little glass of wine. That was like earlier in the show. Thanks everyone so much for the likes. I'm gonna check the subscriber button right now and see how many subscribers we've gotten tonight. Because at 5+ subscribers, I'll open the chat to free Yes No Tarot. 10+ likes on the live, and I will open the spirit box to free Q&A. Yeah, probably. Oh, we've gotten 1 subscriber. Thank you guys so much for your subscriptions. It's okay, we understand typo needs here. Yeah, something about Nancy disappearing is very creepy and eerie to me. And the fact that it feels like JonBenet Ramsey, but 2026 and she's 84 years old is even more strange. Okay. Forensics, DNA, science, technology has come so far since JonBenet Ramsey's disappearance that I'm surprised they can't figure that out now in 2026. But I can understand why it's difficult for the JonBenet thing to find movement in 2026, because they have so little of the DNA left that quite possibly even opening, you know, the container that it's concealed in could evaporate it. It's so old. So they have to be very careful with it. And they've been telling us that they're waiting for technology to upgrade, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they know what happened and they don't want to tell us. Same with Madison McCain, or was it Madison Kane? Madeleine McCain? I don't know, there's a little girl named Madeline. She went disappeared in Portugal. But even more strange is you know, that right there, the whole Nancy thing. I mean, come on. We have satellites that can look down at graves that are being prepared for children who were murdered the other day by certain sycophants. Why is there no satellite projection or picture or camera or video of what happened at her house that night? Do they really think we're stupid? Ugh. Hey Rick. Yeah, are you looking to talk to a friend tonight? I'm gonna be opening up the Spiritbox to free Q&A in a moment. If you wanna chat with it, you're more than welcome to. I mean, at the end of the day, I hate to like give up on thinking about, keeping asking about Nancy, but at this point, it's like the questions I asked last night were so intense. I thought that at least I would get at something somewhere, but they were even more quiet, more stoic, more staunch and ridiculous in their answers. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's as if, how do I describe it? I don't know, it's as if the ghosts got trashed and drunk and they couldn't answer anything other than gibberish or something last night. It was really weird. Or they just said nothing. It was either gibberish or nothing. Now I do have an organ generator on that might change it a little bit. Just a little bit tonight. I don't know. You fell and hit your rib. Oh my God, that sounds like it really hurts, sweetheart. Are you okay? When did that happen? Like just now? Oh, let us know you're okay when you can, Tiffany. Give me a moment. I'm just going to put the camera on pause for a second. I'm going to plug in the Spirit box. I'll come back. I'll do a free collective message, see if Spirit has any messages for us. And Tiffany, let us know how you're doing, honey, when you can. There's a blue glowing new feature on my iPad. Let's see what it does. You want me to choose a sticker? Okay, that's interesting, Spirit. That's just what I don't need, YouTube, as a button to choose stickers. Ridiculous. Oh, and a lightning on button. Thanks. I'm blind. Green screen. Oh, that is so weird. What the hell? Well, that was interesting. Yeah, pretty weird. Alright, I'll be right back.
been so forgetful. A kind of a stop and go forgetfulness that bothers me. I once had a network, but you've been forgetful, and I never did, and it bothers me.
That's okay. You're not the only one. Many of us feel that way. Just letting you know. Let me plug this speaker in, or at least turn it on.
Power on. Now in SP7 mode.
Yeah, I love Chet Baker. If there's any spirits with us, right now that would like to speak to us. Hey Kevin, welcome to the Chammy. How are you tonight? Do you mean Catherine Howard, like King Henry VIII's wife? Fifth wife? Sorry, I just have to ask because I'm a history nerd. Probably. We've had, that was probably her. We've had Queen Mary of Scots come through. I had a dream about her. She was like trying to wake me up to tell me something. But I had also been talking to my friend a lot who grew up in a castle in Scotland. He grew up in Castle of Fasside, which is the same castle where she spent like her last night of freedom in Scotland before she went and turned herself in England or whatever. But she was like trying to tell me something about him in the castle, I felt, and because of the Spiritbox and the RemPod, I was able to confirm it was her. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it could have been a demon, it could have been anything, but I don't allow demons in. I don't even believe in them like that. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, they probably want to be more liked than not liked, and probably if they knew how to be friendly, they would be. Even if they are, like, supposed to be bad, but I don't know, I guess a unicorn in me likes to see the good in everything. Hey, Cornfed, how are you tonight? Spirit, do you have any direct messages you'd like to communicate with us through the liminal space deck? If there's any spirits that are able to say anything in the spirit box to confirm you're here, please do so. Eureka. Beautiful card. What does Eureka mean to you? Oh, so Rick Sanchez wants to let Catherine Howard know she is loved and cared for. Okay, that's the wrong one. I mean, such a terrible story. You know, I mean, how old was she? I mean, she barely even knew who she was as a person. I think that many of the women in that situation were manipulated and did not know who they were as women. Except for maybe Catherine Howard and Catherine of Aragorn. I think both of them knew who they were as women and where they came from, where they were going, and what they wanted. Was the other ones that were, you know, manipulated through love and lust, money and fame. I think that Catherine, though, was a bit of a different scenario. As Catherine was a minor, she probably barely was even out of her tween phase, if you know what I mean. She had so much to love, experience, want to experience, you know, and didn't even probably know herself very deeply. Yeah, she was used by so many and did deserve so much better. And I think and feel that at the end of the day, by now, us as humans would have maybe learned from some of these mistakes that these people made. I think that if King Henry VIII could do it all again, I don't think he would have done some of the things that he did do that were bad. I think he was also very manipulated and deserved better in a way where, you know, he wasn't raised like the way his brother Arthur was raised. He was raised to, you know, be, that's funny, the spirit box said, little bro, be the little bro. And wasn't really raised to be a king. He was very manipulated, and all he could think about was, you know, how do I honor my mother and my father by doing what they would think maybe was right in regards to making sure that the Tudors stayed on the throne. Let's see where that got him. But I think that at the end of the day, you know, even when we look at Anne Boleyn, I mean, Anne Boleyn was completely groomed for her. That is so crazy that I said Anne's name and the RemPod, but even Anne Boleyn, like, She was completely groomed. She was groomed for the day that her head was taken off, pretty much.
A little bit.
And didn't even realize it. She was just like a sitting duck her whole life. Very, very sad stuff. I think that Queen Elizabeth I was an interesting character. I think that I think she had a very interesting and modern, feminine approach to, you know, the monarch that she kind of got thrown into being. I don't really think any of them wanted it. I do think that Queen Mary I wanted justice, but I think that at the end of the day, you know, history kind of wrote over her and threw her under the bus. Granted, I do not agree with, you know, murdering each other because of what we believe in. I think as a society we have definitely changed, right? For sure. You know, at least we're not seeing public hangings. We're not seeing public being quartered and drawn through the streets and disemboweled while you're still alive, kind of stuff. At least people aren't getting their heads cut off. Here, at least, where I'm at. At least I hope no one loses their head. Although it was very scary to see and hear people chanting that live on TV on January 6th. That was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Did anybody else see that? I'm telling you, if I see like one more person die on live TV, I'm just gonna snap. So I feel like the Eureka card is coming out tonight from the liminal space deck, because I feel like Spirit doesn't want us to lose the idea and the feeling of what Eureka means to us. I try to, when I start to get freaked out about really anything, you guys, I start to go back to the version of the reality that I want to be living and experiencing, and the state of mind I want to be in. It took me a really long time to get there. I think that it took about five years to be able to realize, oh wow, I'm not having to like self-soothe and grovel my way back to a state of mind I'd like to be in. It has been a bit strange though, since everything in the world started to change a little bit. But is anybody else experiencing any supernatural, paranormal activity getting stronger since the tension gets a little bit more crazy in the world? I've been spending time just going back to remembering what normal feels like to me. I'm still practicing like democracy every day, like nothing's changed. I think there are a lot of people who are unnecessarily scared, but I think there's also a lot of people who are not scared enough. And they're scared in the wrong ways. I keep getting this blood sacrifice card. I put it back in my liminal space deck to help me with my recovering veganism. But every time I see that card, I start to get triggered. But I have to remind myself that the card is so much more important than what it says. It's so much more deeper. Yes, embracing triggers can be fun sometimes. But one thing I've learned is how to not walk into a trigger. I no longer feel impulsive to do anything that triggers me. And I don't know why, like, I used to be that way. I don't know if it was, like, fear, insecurity, ADHD, I don't know. What got me into spirit boxes? My mom. I wanted to, I heard about what a spirit box was, and then I went to look at what it was, and then I decided to get one because I wanted to try to talk to her. I was desperate to talk to my mom. I was like desperate to hear her voice. So I guess the desperation to hear my mom's voice, she got me into it. So I got the spirit box, a couple of days went by, Halloween came, it was my birthday, my friend Liz came by, sometimes Liz is in the chat, maybe you'll get to meet her sometime. And we did it at SOULMATE here for the first time. But before my birthday, like 3 days before my birthday, I tried to start warming up to the fact that, maybe it's not real, or, maybe my mom won't come through on the spirit box. Maybe my mom will be nowhere. But then, like on day 3, which was my birthday, it was Halloween, it said, I asked the spirit box if she was there, and I made contact with her, and she said something to me that only my mom would say to me, that only my mom would know. So I felt like, that's my mom. And there have been several times when I do Essie's method, or I'll do the spirit boxing, and she'll assist me. But we've been doing this now for several years. This isn't just something that just started. I mean, we've been doing this, I think, since Halloween of 2022. So there's that. Do I have spirit guides? I have a whole spirit army. Sometimes it feels like that living in a haunted house. Especially once I realize I sort of live in this bubble. But it's not my bubble. It's just an energetic bubble. So please be careful what you send here. It's just gonna bounce back. Sorry. There have been some people who are like, she's a witch, she's casting black magic on me. And it was just so funny to me because I'm not a witch and I didn't cast any black magic on you. So, and I've never really had a chance to explain this, but there's an energetic bubble. It's a ghost thing. I don't know what it's all about. I'm not the only one experiencing it. It's actually quite creepy because if you get have you guys ever heard of, what's it called? It's like a random map thing. It's like, oh God, it's Random Nautica or something like that. And it gives you it's an app that gives you a map, and it gives you these places to go to that have certain energy spots. Some of them can be negative, some of them can be voids, and then some of them you can find some very interesting things. So using Random Nautica in the neighborhood was very weird and crazy. Especially to see the darker, kind of creepier, weird voids within the area. I think we all have a little bit of witch in us. Can someone touch the spirit box and say Bob? Probably. So I think I have heard it say Bob before. It could be a loved one of yours. It could be a loved one of mine. It could be something saying their name. It could be something saying something about somebody. I'm wondering if it's saying that its name is Bob. So maybe the spirit's name is Bob, and that's why the RemPod went off. It could have said burn. We can always go back and listen to it. I'll make a note.
You won.
Really? I think there's several people here who have a spirit following them around. Did it say the one? The one. Who is the one? Did you say really or pretty? So there's like a little dog hair on the RemPod, so I'm just gonna remove it in case maybe that is what's making it go off. I think we do all have a spirit here. I don't know. Is there a female spirit with us here? Hey Constantine, welcome back to the channel. Spirit, are you here with us now? Can you hear my voice? You sound like it said like really fast or muffled, like you have questions. Hey Franken-Dad, you okay? Okay. The glasses that block the blue light.
Let's do some watch television tonight, huh?
Oh, okay.
But they fall down on the floor. Okay. Good night. Love you.
Good night, love you too, Franken-Dad.
I
think it's sneeze.
I found a song of Pedro Montebello. And I sent it to you, plus I sent you another one you like that one.
Okay, I'll listen to him in a minute.
And I sent it to your cousin Yoda. No Montebello, the other one. She said, I love that song.
Every time he reminds me that I have a cousin named Yoda, I giggle. But it's actually a Greek name, so. Are there any spirits that would like to talk about Nancy Guthrie? What is this weird little creature? Is this a ladybug? Please be a ladybug. Why, hello. Aren't you pretty? Alright, well, I'll just let you sit there and chill out on the light. I gotta take a picture for Yoda because the other day her and I were talking about ladybugs because she was driving in her car. She stopped at a red light and one landed on her leg. And she said that they're kind of rare on the Greek island of Cyprus. You know, if you find a ladybug, that means the ecosystem wherever you are is pretty good. In pretty good condition, at least. I don't want to do a flash because I don't want to. I don't want to blind Mr. Ladybug. know if you can see this, but it's a little bit too bright. It's a ladybug. This is so cute. Alright, Tiffany, sweet dreams, honey. Have I ever spotted a golden ladybug? I don't think so. I would love to see a blue ladybug. That would be amazing. So I have a ladybug nightlight, and I can turn the ladybug green, blue, or red, and it projects stars, like constellations, on the ceiling in multiple colors. Yeah, took a pic. Was that a cat? No, it was a ladybug. Or did you hear it on the Spiritbox? I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more and you can see it a little better. There, now you can actually see its eyes. Oh my god, now it's on my dream catcher. It's climbing my dream catcher. It's so cute. Okay. Getting a coffee right on. If anybody has any questions for the Spiritbox, please feel free to ask. Of course, I'm back tonight to ask questions about Nancy Guthrie, so if any of you have questions about her, you can ask too. I've asked all kinds of questions, like, did the Spiritbox just say evil? Yes, it is evil what's happened to Nancy Guthrie. It's evil. So, is it evil because something bad has happened, Spirit? Or is it evil because, well, the whole situation's evil. Whether it's a hoax or not, but how can we help us find Nancy Guthrie? Where is this evil? And how can someone is doing it? Duh. You said last week the 79 people were doing it. The 79 people were involved. How many people are involved now? Spirit, you said last week that there were 79 people involved in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. But were you just talking about in general? Did it say corn-fed? Yeah, that was pretty creepy. The children. What children, Spirit? Are you talking about the little girl buried under the house? Oh, most of my life, Andrew. I've been playing with tarot cards. How about you? If anybody would like to get a paid reading, I'll be here for about another 30 minutes. Is the little girl buried under the house with us tonight? Is the little girl buried under the house? Is she with us tonight? Well, find some comfort, Andrew, in knowing that you don't have to be the greatest. Tarot's not about being the greatest. Art is not about being the greatest. Music is not about being the greatest.
20.
It's what you feel comfortable with. It's what you can tolerate. If it feels right to you, that's what matters in a tarot card reading. If the way you read feels right, that's what's right. That's what's the greatest, really. Hey, Lorraine, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, absolutely. I want it to be natural as well. I don't want to do anything that triggers me. I wouldn't want anyone else to either. So, you know, I used to feel very restricted, like want to go by the book. And I think, of course, you're programmed like that when you're a kid. So I really got programmed into thinking more about what the book would say compared to what, compared to maybe what I was thinking and feeling about what the book said or what those meanings meant. So it's taken quite some time to develop my own unique way of reading. I think every tarot card reader has their own unique way of reading. Just like each human being is unique unto themselves. Really kind of just crazy the other night when we were on the live here. I think it was this weekend. And the Spiritbox said, I asked her a question. I don't know, I might have taken a highlight, but it said red, white, and blood. I thought that was pretty creepy. It does say some interesting, creepy things sometimes. Hey Pammy, how are you? So Kenna is also from Michigan. Pam is also from Michigan, Kenna. So Michigan. Thought you guys would like to know that. Hey Lourdes, welcome back to the haunted house. How are you tonight? Are there any spirits that know where Nancy Guthrie is? Can this liminal space deck tell us where Nancy Guthrie is in the liminal space? Body scan. Does that mean she's in her body? I hope she's in her body. Wouldn't that be great when they find her alive? God, I hope the rocket launched in this picture doesn't mean they launched her to the moon. Maybe that's not a rocket launch. Maybe that's actually a lamp. The light. Oh my God, maybe the aliens took her. At this point, wouldn't that be mercy? It also looks like a squid.
Of terror.
Did the spirit box just ask if we like crafting? Yes. Spirit, do you like crafting? Are you a crafty spirit? Spirit box, ghosts, our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Eeny, meeny, chili beanie. The spirits are about to speak. I demand you to tell me where Nancy Guthrie is. Please. I come here in respect and to remember you. Okay. Sparkle, sparkle, bitch.
Much.
Like, what could that even mean? Like, so is Nancy Guthrie, is she in her body somewhere for ransom, for like diamonds, like she's like a diamond, like she's she's like a gem to somebody who must have her because they think that they can get what is she, around diamonds? Or I mean, what do you guys get from that? Sparkle, sparkle. Like, what is she? It almost kind of scares me because it like makes me, it's like body scan and it makes me think sparkle, sparkle, bitch. Like twinkle, twinkle, little stars. Like, is she in the stars? Is she in the heavens? It's like, is in the little space, when I asked about the little space thing, like, was it scanning? Is that card supposed to be about, it's scanned for her body? And then picture has like ghosts and aliens and UFOs and playing God. Playing God. It does feel like somebody is playing some kind of God in that situation. It's like somebody knows something, but they don't want to say what it is. And when I start to like intuitively try to want to like remote view for her, I just start to get sick. I don't know why. I've never felt that before, remote viewing or taking my own limits, like going beyond limits to try to experience the idea of where she might be. You really want to do a spirit box, Andrew? Hey, sugar, welcome back, sweetheart. Yeah, spirit boxes are not too much like Ouija boards. They're a little bit different. Sometimes when Molly comes here, we'll go outside in the graveyard and do the Ouija board. Never in the house, of course. But I think that Molly is a little bit better at the Ouija board than I am, and I'm a little bit better at the spirit box than she is. Yeah, I don't believe it was random either, Anu. Does Nancy Guthrie's disappearance have anything to do with the Epstein files spirits? Can any of the spirits confirm that? Who's playing God? No, I think you're just having intrusive thoughts, sugar. me ask you a question. Do you think you're boring? Sugar, you're not boring, sweetheart. I think you're just bored trying to find a man. That's what I think. It can get boring, for sure. But does he think you're boring? No. At least that's not what the card said last time. But you know, if you start thinking that he's thinking that you're boring, he's just gonna think that you're boring. He's just gonna think that that's what you are. You can't think like that about yourself, sugar. Well, no, it's not that, you know, you can think what you want. It's fine. I don't want you to feel that way or think that way, but, you know, you don't want to fall into traps of what's the word I'm looking for? You know, you don't want to get in the way of yourself, but you also don't want to, like, fall victim to setting yourself up for more intrusive thoughts. You know, and just because you have an intrusive thought doesn't mean it's going to happen. You know? Why hasn't he texted you or asked you to hang out with him again? It could be because he's trying to get better, I thought. Didn't he get hurt or something and then you were in the ER? I mean, I don't know about you, but something like that would really wear me down. I mean, I work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, but, you know, I was actually in the ER several times during December. Once for my neck and my shoulders, and then again for my head. I've had a splitting headache. It's either the brain tumors or I had a sinus thing going on, but I ended up having to have surgery. I think it was mostly just TMJ, and then of course the stuff that's wrong with my neck. But even if you have benign brain tumors, you know, you can still get like I get these crippling headaches that will go from like I'll start to feel it in my eye, and then it'll go like the head and the temple, and it'll go around the back of the head, and then it's weird because it'll like shoot over to this side of my neck and shoulder and down my spine, and it's so strange because it'll make like my fingers feel numb and weird. It's very strange. But hot and cold therapy help a lot with that, sugar. I think that with your situation, though, I just think that you really need to understand that he's probably just trying to cope with whatever's right in front of him right now. But that doesn't mean that you're not there in his thoughts. In fact, I bet when you're thinking of this person, they're probably thinking of you. They probably are wondering if you think they're boring. Have you, how often have you texted him since the last time you saw him? I think that you just like him so much that you maybe are in a hurry to see what happens next. So I think you should just enjoy what you have right now. You know, that's pretty cool so far. You know, you've gone on like 3 dates. You've gone on three dates, you said? Yeah, I'm not alright. So glad you're feeling better, dude. No talking, no response, and then the physical issues. I'm worried we won't be able to see each other again. You're so sweet. I love how much of a worrywart you are. It's so cute. Like, I bet he thinks you're so cute. And he just needs like a moment to pause and cope with it. He'll come around, sweetheart. It's making your nose watery, yeah. I've never heard that. I've never heard of a stomach ache that would make somebody's nose water. Like, oh, I was just saying how cute you are, Sugar, and I'm pretty sure he thinks you're cute too. Excuse me, I'm starting to get sleepy.
Just take.
Did the spirit box just say rock and roll? Right on. Spirit, where are you now? Do you know where you are?
To be.
What's taking so long, Spirit? What do you mean? I hope you all feel better. It's just a lazy Thursday night, Friday morning. And we're talking about Nancy Guthrie and ghosts and, wait, what did you just say, Spirit Box? Did the Spirit Box just say sex? Spirit Box, is that what you want to talk about? You want to talk about sex? That's hilarious. Hey Molly, what's up? That's so funny. The Spirit Box just said sex, and then I asked the Spirit Box if it wanted to talk about sex, and the RemPod went off, and then you came in to chat. How are you, sex machine? Welcome back to the haunted house. I think Duke was asking for you the other night. He said Molly on the Spirit Box. And he also said his name. Do spirits miss sex? Did it just say no? Do spirits have sex? Did it say yeah, many? Gosh, I hope so. been a bit hectic. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Did you change your auto unlock on your car yet? I'm gonna keep bothering you about that. Fix it, Molly. It's only a button away. Please, for your own safety, so I can sleep peacefully at night. All right, thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate it. Friends don't let friends drive with auto lock or auto lock off. Is that what it is? I told you to turn it off, right? So you lock it. The back door is locked. The side door is locked. Only lock that unlocks is your lock next to you. That way, no one can jump in your car when you're stopped or when you turn the car off. That shit's so scary. I don't know how y'all be driving them new cars. So Molly, the tank is doing really good. We just did an oil change. We also fixed that boot that broke when I came to pick you up at the airport that one time. I need to still replace the other boot. So hopefully by the next time you come by and visit, it'll be a whole new Cadillac. I mean, it'll be the same Cadillac, but you know what I mean. We can actually maybe go drive someplace. The only vehicle I've been in that doesn't auto lock is a semi truck. Okay, April, alright. Hey, Miguel. We made a mistake Friday, what? So how's Texas, Molly? How's the weather? How's the people? How's the politics? How's the horse? How's the boys? Oh, God help me. Rodeo should be banned. I love this relationship we have. This pineapple doesn't belong on pizza relationship. Relationships talk, come on. This is how I feel about it. Y'all should be having the relationship talk before the penis goes in the vagina. I'll believe it when I see a ring on your finger. Relationship talk because you're too uncomfortable with it or because he's too uncomfortable with it? But I'm happy for you. I'm still not sure he's the one though. But he can be the one right now.
No.
Really? You got to meet some wrestlers. That's right. We were talking about that this weekend. I remember that. Oh my God. That's crazy. A cup of beer? She drove off with it? That's really scary. When people want to drink alcohol and drive. And you know how much that triggers me too, Metal Rain, because I was literally killed by a drunk driver. And I don't know how I'm sitting here in front of you, other than something pushed me back into my body, or someone brought me back, or something brought me back. So, when do you think you and Cass would be here so that I can look at the events going on here in Roswell, in Atlanta, and Low 5 Points, and Buckhead? I know we're talking about going to Renfest, but we might be having the Lavender Festival around April. And I think they might be having a festival that month of April where they actually let you go into Bullock Hall. Not really sure if they still do it or not, though. I'm gonna look. Just let me know when you might come by. That way I can look, because if we could go and tour one of those for free, I mean, I think it's always free to tour those places, but they did, especially when they have the festivals. It used to be you could tour them without cameras. Now you can tour it with camera. Well, the only reason I might hoof it with you guys to the Renfest, where is it, in Duluth? Is because I really want to buy a wooden penny whistle. And of course I got my wings already. I'm going to try to see if I can get the flapping wing mechanism to work. Okay, so it's going to be April 5th and 6th in Atlanta. For TNA, alright. Let's see where Renfest is going to be. Again, for Georgia. Okay, so it starts in 36 days. But where the hell is it? Fairburn. One of my dad's best friends lives in Fairburn, so yeah, maybe we'll go down there. But it really freaks me out to have to go past the airport. Girl, I'm already freaked out. I'm sorry, I don't go outside of the 285 circle. Let's hope it's in Fulton County in Fairburn. And not in a different part, like Clayton County or something. God, awful. Fucking backwoods. Children of the Corn ass place. So I'll tell you what, Mommy don't go to places like that. Unless I have my gun, so I might bring my gun. We go. Okay, Molly. Hey, Meryl, how are you, sweetheart? Mwah. The wrestler Karma? I'm not sure if I know who that is. Who's got a reliable car and can get us around? Guess what? I don't care. I'm driving myself. So I guess I'll meet you there. Or they can just meet us there. How about that? Or maybe he'll just give me permission to drive. And then I can be the designated driver. Okay, so you're comfortable with cost driving, so he would cost drive. So so you would fly to the Carolinas, and then y'all would drive here, right? And then he would drive us to Fairburn for the Ren Festival.
And catch you.
Did the Spiritbox just say and catch you? Meryl, how's John? I know. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? This cloud. We the people got some justice on that, man. It's beautiful. And you know what the funniest part was? Oh my god. She was literally on live TV, okay, giving Q&A, and didn't even know she'd been fired yet. That was golden to see. I'm not sure if anybody in the room knew that she'd been fired yet either, or if they were all just kind of like, does she not realize that she's just been fired? Pam Bondi next, yeah. I'm having so much fun watching them all eat each other. They're turning each other into jerky. I can't believe I just said that. And then the spirit box went, Spirit, do you like jerky? You like, it's so gross. Have you guys ever made jerky? It's actually really, really gross, in my opinion. See, I'm a recovering vegan, but there's still just some things that gross me out. I'll eat ice cream, but I can't imagine eating jerky. You only own one car in America, small. I Uber everywhere in Chicago. It's great, but they're being replaced by another idiot. Well, don't they have to vote him in? Don't they have to vote him? Doesn't it like Congress or Senate? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm the blondest brunette right now at 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought that it wasn't just like Trump could say this is it and how it's going to be. Like people have to actually vote for him, right? Yeah, we've only owned the same car here in America since I was a little girl. It's an 89 Coupe de Ville.
What?
And I think when my parents got it, it was about 10 years old. Utah. What the fuck is in Utah? Pardon my French, but somebody tell me what's in Utah? I'm telling you what, if somebody invited me to Utah, they'd have to be a real interesting person for me to say yes, I'll go to Utah with you. So he must be real interesting, Molly. Oh, but their comedy is so much better, Meryl. I know, but change it. I can believe and imagine every day that we are surviving and thriving this nightmare again, together, and seeing each other through it again. Utah is supposed to be naturally beautiful. The Greek island of Cyprus is naturally beautiful too. You should, you and your boyfriend should hop on a plane and go there. I just, you want to know what naturally beautiful I want to see? I want to see a beach. That's what I want to see that's naturally beautiful. I want to see a beach. I might go down to the river tomorrow. The redwoods are naturally beautiful, yes. That's where I want to be. You know, Meryl, I think that's why I loved Zeta so much, because it reminded me of, like, the pictures I've seen of the redwood forest. Oh, yeah, definitely avoid it. I actually have a sign on my front door that says, dogs welcome, humans tolerated. Yes, Snow Rain, there is a coastline of beaches here in Georgia, but they're nothing like the beaches I grew up on. They're full of, like, shells and things that can cut your feet and rocks, and it's really uncomfortable, and it's just like that all the way up the coast on that side. Alright, sweetheart Molly, love you, honey. Get some rest, sweetheart. Let me know how your appointment goes. You've never seen the Atlantic Ocean? Eh. It's okay. I've lived on the Atlantic Ocean. It was interesting. Until they found a dead body on the beach, like a block from my apartment. And I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm moving. And then I moved back to Georgia. Why, I don't know, but I guess it was better than having no place to live. Yeah, you're so lucky you live in a beach town. I love that. I want to live in a beach town again. I do miss it. Do you think you're gonna move over there to Kings Beach? Or is that like where you are now, Meryl?
It didn't work.
Did it just say it didn't work? seen Ari actually. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Ari the other day. She was talking about Dick and chat as usual and then disappeared. Part of my French. She was here earlier and I missed her? Wow, I must have really been out of it. I didn't even realize she came by. I feel so bad. She must have changed her name, maybe? And I didn't notice. Maybe she changed her picture and her name and I just didn't notice it. I feel like an idiot. I feel so bad. I'll message her tomorrow, see how she's doing. So we killed the RemPod. Yeah, the cabin on the beach thing sounds wonderful, Meryl. When can we get a 3-bedroom? I see Tiffany, I see Texas, I see Anu. I see Kenna, I see Tiffany. I just don't see Ari. What planet am I on? Yeah, I don't see her, Rain. Are you sure you're not tripping? I don't see her anywhere. We're tongue out Rooney Tooney. He's around. I'm gonna go look for him.
What?
What are you doing? You sleeping, cutie pie? He's like, yeah, that's what I do. Huh. She no longer shows her. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, he's been sleeping. He just woke up.
It's nice.
He is a baby. He's, you know how they say that like Chihuahuas like are like the devil, but really he's 100% angel boy.
Off its
You gonna go get a twink twink? Okay, alright. No, it's a Rooney Tooney. It's tongue out Rooney. Okay, run away. But only to the water bowl, okay? He's such a good dog. You gonna run away? So Ruby went right back to sleep. She was like not having it. But Gypsy just woke up too, so I thought I would grab her. So explain incognito to me again, Constantine, because I seem to like remember this feature, but I have not seen it offered to me in a long time. You know what's so interesting about that, Meryl, is that I thought that it would be so cute to paint the girls like Final Fantasy characters. One could be Carbuncle and one could be Moogle.
Refresh.
I saw a picture of a French poodle turned into a swan the other day. I'll have to send it to you. Are you a good girl? Yeah. Are you beautiful? Yeah. Are you smart? Yeah. Are you a good girl? Yeah. You love cookies? Yeah. Spirit loves cookies apparently too. Yes, you can do it for yes or no. You can do it for yes or no. Is that Michael Jackson? What'd you hear? What'd you see? Oh, thank you for the kiss. Thank you. Do you want to pick a card for us? Do you want to pick a card for us, huh? Sure, I can answer that question. Do you want to pick a card for us? You want to pick a card? No? Do you want to pick one? Do you want to pick one? No? Okay. Alright, not interested? Alright. That's fine, that's fine. Oops, did you see all those cards fall? Oh my goodness. You did it with your mind, right? You did it with your mind. Oh, Richard and Wendy. Spirit, I'm calling forth Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Meryl need to know about the shakeup at work? Will there be another shakeup with the firing of useless people at work for Meryl? Spirit says yes. King of Cups could be a very emotional outbreak. There will be justice. And the justice card. So yeah, there must be some balance that might be found through this kind of shakeup. I don't think it's going to be as bad as the other one. But I think there will be like an evaluation of people at work and their efforts to keep the teamwork, exactly that, teamwork, to get through the day, to get to, whatever the goal is that the team has made for that day. Whether it's to get along, do your job well, do your job better, or even just have a good day in general. At maybe a job you maybe don't like as much as you'd like to like. I don't know. Everyone feels different about the job they have, so. Firing of useless people. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Will Richard and Wendy go out? Richard and Wendy go out. What does Metal Rain need to know about that? Well, that's interesting. So he may very well stay on his high horse about not wanting to go, but the cards are suggesting that it could be very well that he does go out with someone. And the High Priestess and Star card, and it might be that it's totally unexpected the way he's feeling, and then realizes that it just might be what he's always been looking for. So take that for whatever it is. He's gonna stay on his throne about it, you know. He wants to be in a situation where it feels like easier to talk to someone about it than not talk to someone about it. I don't know why I'm saying that or feeling that, but that's what I get from those cards. Yes, I'm shuffling tarot cards in your pretty little head. Do you want to pick a tarot card? Do you want to pick a card? Do you want to pick a card? Come on, everybody wants to pick a card. She's like, no, shut up. Give me a treat. Her nose is running, precious. Alright, well, it's about that time. It's about that time when this Mogwai and I say goodnight. Wow, what was that trippy sound? That was so cool. Hello, Spirit.
Brother.
Did it just say brother? Those were some pretty terrifying sounds. Those were some pretty terrifying sounds. That did y'all hear that? Did the Spiritbox just answer me and say yeah? think we've entered the twilight zone. Will April be spring or snow this year? I'm gonna ask the cards just to find out. I'm curious what the cards say. I really am. So we've gotten 2 new subscribers tonight. Thank you guys so much for your subscriptions. I appreciate it. Are there any answers about the snow on the Spiritbox? Spirit, I'm calling forth Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Meryl says the third highest snowfall was 2 weeks ago when his town got 97 inches. The second highest snowfall record there was in April 1986. Will April 2026 be spring? Yes. It will be spring. Although it could get pushed back to early May. I guess that's just like me intuitively. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me think. Well, yeah. I think your spring's gonna come a little bit late. But I think the days are going to get warmer as each day goes by quicker, okay? As the days get longer. You got strength in the full card. There's certain aspects of this particular cards, like the green grass, the clouds, the cooler clothes, the water in the background, the beach. That's why I'm getting that feeling that, no more snow. Like, snow, you just stay the hell away. A snap and a Z at the snow. Yeah, it's... Whoa, did you hear that? Yeah, it's like that in Cyprus. You can go on the beach for breakfast, and you can go to the mountains for dinner.
Watch it.
Fight? Where, Spirit?
Lavish.
Did it just say lavish?
Wait.
never been to the desert.
Wait. Danger. River. Jasper jump.
Wow, really. I wonder if she lives in. I wonder what the light rating is in the town that Crystal lives in. Like, is it a 1, a 2, a 4? I just asked because I'm looking for a beautiful place somewhere in the world to take a picture of the Milky Way. Okay, let's see what the light. Let's see what the light numbers are there.
Future.
Okay, so the Milky Way is actually visible near the zenith, which is directly overhead of Santa Clarita. You can only see the Milky Way directly over on clear, it has to be a very clear night. And it's usually very faint or washed out. So that means that I probably could not get a picture of it. You can't, I don't think there's any point or place in Georgia I can see it from. Which is why I haven't tried to get a photo of it yet.
What?
So this is interesting. Yeah, but I just don't know if I could go close to the Okefenokee Park by myself. Like, I would definitely want to have some friends with me in a place like that to take a photo of the Milky Way. But there is a place they've created here in Georgia, which is the first certified international dark sky park. It holds a rare gold tier ranking, located in the remote Okefenokee Swamp. Okay, you guys, that's in pretty deep here, and that's the deepest south you will ever go. And I don't live too far from the swamp, so it's nearly zero light pollution. Wow. And a Bortle Class 2 rating, making it the best spot in the state for deep sky astrophotography. But you've got to have a pack of people watching your back. Because in the Okefenokee, you've got skunk apes, alligators, crocodiles, rodents of unusual sizes, snakes, and you better have guns. I mean, there could even be some feral people out there for all I know. Yeah, I just don't know if I would feel comfortable getting into a spot here in the South, in Georgia, you know, where it has a lot of that element of crazy. I would much rather, like, try to find a place, like, where a friend lives that's not as crazy as that. Yeah, alligators. Those fuckers are scary. And I've seen alligators the size of cars. Bigger than cars. Yeah. Does the Spiritbox have anything else it would like to say to us before we say goodnight? I'm gonna go record some music and then go to bed. And then wake up and go to work. You saw a giant tumbleweed that was bigger than the car I was driving. Was it like the biggest ball of twine ever? Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do we need to know right now as a collective about tonight, right now, today? I guess nothing out of that pile of cards. Yes, Meryl. Well, this is an interesting card. Perfection. I've actually never pulled this card. I don't think I've ever... Oh, I have. Oh, I love this card. We've gotten this card before. It's a very beautiful card. Dream your passion, fly away, go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires, meet them and conquer them. What pain from childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most secret fears and find the seed of wisdom. They are planted there. Face what upsets you the most. It is a great teacher. Give away whatever's holding you back. Insecurities, ego, fear, failure, or of not being loved, fear of being alone, and be reborn into a new state of perfection. Ask the cards that there will be another shake-up in Washington tomorrow. Could we see Bondi get canned tomorrow? Maybe that wretch Caroline. I don't know if they're going to let Carolina go. Jesus Christ. What a country, huh? What a situation, huh? Maybe Fetterman will face plant again. Did you see the senator who is also a U.S. veteran, I think, or at least he's in the military? But did you see the senator that broke the Marine veteran's hand and arm? Did you see that whole thing that I posted about that? That was just crazy. Crazy. And then all those people just standing there like zombies watching. Like, that's what happens. That's what happens. Someone starts beating your ass and people just stand there and watch. Instead of try to help. I've had that happen to me. I've had that happen to me several times. Someone just starts kicking my ass. And I'm fighting back everything I got. Well, you know, a couple of bros standing there watching me. Even ones who knew me. They were my friends. Just watch some guy beat me up. And this is what has always fucking made me feel so weird about humans. And probably triggered my agoraphobia because I know that they're like that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I just, it was all over the TV there. It was not all over that they haven't talked about it on the news here at all. What they did show on TV today is all of them praying in the Oval Office like they were going to pray God up or something. Like God was going to show up and shit out of baby Jesus or something. It's just like, I was like, what the hell is happening here? Oh. I was pretty freaked out about it. No, we don't want them fighting over there, and I can't believe that Trump is actually saying that we may die in our homes because of this. Here in America, we may die in our homes because of this. So I just want to say one thing. I think that they were trying to get a hold of Anthropic so that they can do more mass shootings. Blame it on a shooter, blame it on a person who's already dead. You never see their face, you never hear about who they were ever again. I don't know about you guys, but I have witnessed this happen several times here in Georgia, where there'll be a mass shooting and they'll be like, the person who did the mass shooting is dead, and then they never talk about that person. So I'm wondering if they do, or if they are talking about the person that does a mass shooting on your TVs. Please let me know. They're shutting us off from each other. I'm really just getting bits and pieces from YouTube as well. I've got family on the Greek island of Cyprus in Europe, and friends in Europe, and family in Europe that are saying, what's going on with the news? We're hearing that this war is happening because of the pedophile, because of the Jeffrey Epstein files. I said, no, that's not why they started the war. They started the... Sorry, they started the war to conjure up God. But you know, I bet you they would crucify Jesus if he or she was standing right in front of them. God, wouldn't it be like sick if these people think that there's some kind of prophecy? Oh, didn't they say that they're involved in some kind of prophecy? Trump is some kind of prophecy. Give me a break. So I'm pretty freaked out about the fact that he's saying things like, yeah, people will die in their homes. But that's war. People die. But here's how I take that. He'll say anything. He'll do anything. So everyone keeps talking about him. Everyone is aware of him. Everyone keeps moving forward based on everything. Don't you realize how he's taken over the world? So what happens if we just stop talking about him? It's not going to happen. But we can't keep getting lost in the same version of what he wants us to be aware of. So every time you start to get lost... Hold on, let me put the dog on the couch because she's too short to jump up on it. Okay, come here. You're fine. You're fine. There you go, baby. Sorry about that. She's only 6.5 inches tall. So, and the couch is like really tall compared to her. So every time you start to think about this stuff, once again, like I said before, go back to a time when things were normalized. What is normal to you? What does that feel like? Yeah, you can slip back into whatever this bullshit is that they want us to start believing in. You know, if you want, if you do. I have been quite good at keeping myself busy with other things. Going back to that state of mind I want to be in that's normalized, that feels right, that feels what is stable, what has always been normal. I don't want what is normal to us, our democracy, our Constitution, which by the way is being flown around the country for reasons I don't really understand why, and also our Constitution. But I mean, I don't understand like why all these important papers are getting flown around the country and shown at museums. It's so dangerous. But I go back to that place, that time before any of this happened, to keep remembering and reminding myself that this is all going to get wrapped up real quick, because everything always works out in my favor. Everything always works out in our favor. Everything, you know. What did they say today? They're releasing more Epstein files. Don't you think it was strange that what the guy supposedly shot Trump, that he ended up dead? Usually they arrest them fake ass shits anyways. Look, that's the thing that I don't understand. I don't understand what is the point of murdering the shooter. Shoot their fucking hand off. You know? I mean, if it wasn't illegal to show my gun on the live stream, I would be teaching you guys how to shoot a gun, how to properly buy one. Okay? License yourself, carry it. But I don't do guns, so, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty of channels that don't live stream. So, I can't fathom why they can't. Why don't you just shoot their foot off or something? Shoot their hand off. Shoot their foot off, or, you know, like, do something other than murder them so that we can get a piece of them. I just don't get it. Yes, he was exercising his freedom of speech. I know, they broke his arm. What a hero. He was so pumped up on his adrenaline, I don't think he even felt his arm break. God bless him. I'm sorry, but that I heard that shit snap, and I almost, really freaky stuff. I was shocked, and I'm still outraged. I'm outraged by how they're treating the veterans. I'm outraged how they're treating the Americans. I'm outraged, especially about this whole bullshit about black men hanging themselves from trees, and then them just trying to make us think it was another suicide. Like, what? Do they think we're that fucking stupid to think that? No, I'm sorry. I just don't believe that in 2026 anybody is going to climb a tree and hang themselves from it. All right, to commit suicide, especially a black man or a black woman or a black child. Okay. So we've had several early 20-year-olds in their early 20s, and several teenagers now in the last 6 months, and we've been told it's just suicides. But when I think about the counties it's happening in, I just can't fathom it. Because I know what those counties used to be. I kind of just wish I didn't live in Georgia right now, to be quite honest. I'm a little bit freaked out. I don't know if it was a mistake to not move back to California already. I don't know if it was a mistake to not have moved to Tennessee. Maybe it would have been a bigger mistake to continue moving forward to move to Tennessee, because that was the state they experimented all this on. They literally took it hostage and turned it into MAGA headquarters. Your comment got deleted about Washington?
That's true. Tell him.
Spirit, is there going to be another shake-up in Washington in the not-too-distant future, tomorrow, today? Spirit says yes, but it very well may be a light at the end of a long, dark tunnel that we've been looking for in the Hermit card. The light's on, somebody's home, and the Five of Pentacles. And the Hermit. Sorry, the Five of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, send me the message that you sent me on this channel, and send it to me in a private message, and I'll read it on the channel. Give me 1 second. I just gotta get my water, okay?
So,
Imagination. Okay, I got my phone. Stormy, did you see the absolute embarrassment Elizabeth Hasselbeck on The View this week?
world.
What a piece of trash. No, I missed it. Would you tell me all about it? Elizabeth Hasselbeck, wow. Are you kidding me? I didn't see it. Oh. You got a link? Is this a link to it or is this something I sent you? Oh, that's to the live. So that's what you said and YouTube deleted it. Stormy, did you see the absolute embarrassment Elizabeth Hasselbeck on The View this week? What a piece of trash. I wonder if it was the word peace. P-I-E-C-E. Have a great tomorrow too, Constantine. Happy weekend, sweetheart. Be safe. White trash. Well, I guess I'll have to look it up on YouTube. I'm really tired. Can you tell? I feel like really tired. I gotta go to sleep. I did it again? Really? That is so weird. That really creeps me out. Alright, send me a message. I'm gonna jump off the Chammy now.
Right.
And I'll go look for that video, see if I can find anybody saying anything about it. And I'll get back to you on it. Y'all be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll see you tomorrow. Music is sacred and no prison.